In this video I will show you how to make a basic character 3D controller so you can jump, move around, and at the end of the video I will even show you how to push things like rigid bodies. Make a new folder, name it player base, make a new scene, select 3D scene, name it player base, okay, change node type to character body 3D. Add new camera 3D node. Add new mesh instance 3D. Select mesh. Mesh instance 3D. Select capsule mesh. And now adjust the camera position. Something like this. New node, collision shape 3D, and select capsule shape. That's it. Now, take the player base, attach new script. First, we will add new variables to adjust speed, gravity, velocity, and mass. Export variable speed float, it's gonna be 1. Then gravity 20, jump velocity, let's take 10, and mass, it's gonna be 1 and comment it for now. Drag the camera 3D node into the code, hold Ctrl and release. Now at the ready function, the first thing we need to capture the mouse. Set mouse mode to input mouse mode captured. Don't run your scene yet, because if you capture the mouse, you won't be able to exit this mode and you will need to shut down the entire Godot. Now, new function, unhandled input. If the event is input event mouse motion, it means if the mouse is moving, and input mouse mode is captured, that means we control our player and can make some rotation. I will use degrees. Rotation. Degrees, Y, and subtract event relative X, and if you want to make it less sensitive, multiply by something like 0.5. It will rotate us to look, so we can look right and left. Now, if event is action pressed UI cancel, we wanna get our mouse back, so set input mouse mode to mouse mode visible. Now you can launch and see the mouse is captured, and if you press escape, the mouse is released. How really to check if our player is turning around, because you won't see anything but gray environment. Add a new folder, name it test, new scene, test. It's the place where we can try our player. First, add CG box. It's a mesh that may enable collisions. We don't have any yet, but we'll use them later. Extend its sizes. To extend both sizes, hold Alt key. Now instantiate the player. Error. Okay. Fucking crap. Create new folder, name it test. New scene, test, 3D. Now, instantiate our player. Here it is. And we need some ground to see something around us. Add new node, CSG box, adjust the size, hold Alt to adjust both sizes. Like this. And enable the collision. It won't work yet because we didn't have the gravity, but we will need it further. Rename it to ground, and we can launch the scene. Here we go. We can see that our player already can turn left and right. If you don't want to see the gray environment, press 3 dots in the editor, add sun, add environment. That's it. Launch. Now you see it same as in the editor. Now we can turn left and right, take camera, and we'll make it to turn up and down. Rotation degrees by X. We'll use clamp. So we can break our neck. And we'll set it to current rotation by X, subtract event relative Y multiplied by 0.5. The mean value will be 60 and the max will be 60. Like this. Why we use clamp? Right now we can't look too much up and too much down. That's it. It's the minimum and max. If I won't use it, we will see something like this. Yeah. I can turn, look up, more up, broke my neck. That's it. The rotation is pretty much done. Rotation by Y is done for the character node, so camera is turning by it because it's the child node, but to look up and down we turn the camera node itself. Now the last thing we need here is release our mouse if we want to exit the capture mode. If event is input, event mouse button, and event button index. If it's, I'll use the mouse button right, you could use button left, and even pressed, if you press the right button, then we set the, oh, we didn't release here, we are captured here. We are releasing by cancel, and here we can re-enter the mode. Okay, so launch the test. Mouse is captured by start. Press escape, press right button again, and we re-enter it. Okay, rotation is done. The next thing, we need the movement. We'll do it in physics process. What we need is to get our direction, where the player is moving on. Go project settings, input map, and you need to add a few actions. I already have them, but if you don't know how to make it, in add new action input, type move left, press add, here it is, and press the plus. You need to say what input buttons will bound to it. It's moving left, so I press A. Here A or physics A or A Unicode OK. So move left is action triggered by A button. Do the same for move right, move forward, move backward, and jump. Now, input direction, vector 2, input get vector. Why vector 2? Because it's just two-dimensional. We are moving right, left, or forward, backward. It doesn't move up or down. It will give us the vector, but we need to list what actions we are using for it. If we are moving left, right, forward or backward. And you can press any of these simultaneously, it will give you the vector. Where are you heading? Now we need to make the full direction because it's 3D. Direction, it's going to be vector 3. And here we take our transform basis. It means our position, rotation, and scale. And we multiply it by vector 3. We're making a new vector from our current direction where we're heading. It's input direction x0 because we don't have yet our direction by y. We don't know we are falling or jumping. And z direction. We're taking this new vector and we're gonna normalize it like this. I missed something. Can find member z because it's not z, it's y. It's two-dimensional vector, it's x and y. Okay. And now you need to set the velocity. For tractor body 3D, to set where it's going, it's adjusting the velocity. We are taking our direction and by x multiplying it by our speed. Same for z, but for y, we gonna subtract our gravity, multiplying it by delta, like this. And to make our move, call move and slide. Now we can move. Yeah, we are very fast. Take your player base and just increase the speed. Like this. Now, to make it jump, if input is action jump pressed, if we press the jump, and is on floor, so we can jump only if we are on the floor. Velocity y will be our jump velocity. If you remove this check, you could jump constantly in any time. Jump, 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 and again jump. But we want to prevent multiple jumps. Or you don't, but I will. So we check if we're on the floor. Only in this case we can jump. And I won't like to stop the jump if I release the jump button. So if input released, if I release the space, I want to start fall instantly. And if our velocity is by y bigger than 0, if we are going up actually, then set velocity by y to 0. That's it. Now you can jump only if you are grounded, and if you release the jump button, you start falling down. And the last thing we'll add is pushing our other one physics body, like rigid body. The character body meant to be controlled by you in the script, but the rigid body is something meant to be pushed by other physics bodies. So here we add some mesh. We will make it 0.5. Here it is. Oh, no, not like this, like this. And add collision shape to it. It will be the box shape. And send same size, like this. Yes. So what's the problem? Here it is. It's physics already working. You see it fall down, but we can push it. Yeah, that's weird, but Godot doesn't let us push the physics body with character body. It is what it is. So, if we won't make here a full physics system, we'll just make classic push for your test. First, we need to get the colliders amount, collision count. Then we get the colliders by their ID. we get each of them, each collision, and if the collision collider is rigid body, in our case it is, then we wanna push it. How? We'll get the collider and apply central impulse to it. We will get our collision normal, so we will get the collision direction and push it in opposite way, multiplying that by our mass. So the higher it's the mass, the stronger we are. That's it. Yeah, it won't work as should, but just to play around, pretty neat. Let's duplicate few of this. And now they can push each other while we push them.